Hey guys, Xaryu here, and today we are looking at some mage gameplay from post 7.1.5. So what I want to talk about today is why mages or frost mages suck. Why aren't they performing even like they were last patch? So last patch, here's a game of double mage I played with Sam, I am, and Cubsy, but it was just actually pretty fun. This was pre-patch. So last patch, mages weren't the greatest. I think there was only like 3 mages in the US that got rank 1 or something. And they weren't really seen too much at high rating, frost mages. They weren't really seen too much at high rating at all. So they had like these crazy 1 million damage glacial spikes, but if you kind of avoided those and line of sighted the mage, they were really rendered, worthless. And kind of what happened this patch is a combination of 2 things. One, Ice Flows and Shimmer were put on the same talent tree, and this was the biggest nerf. So Ice Flows was pretty much the sole reason how mages could get off big shatter combos or big glacials. Like right here I was casting and running. Right here I'm casting and running a glacial spike. Boom, get the glacial off because of it. If I couldn't cast and run glacial, a lot of these maneuvers that you see in this clip and the next clip wouldn't even be possible, and now that I don't have ice flows, obviously they're not possible. It's much more difficult to land sheeps, it's much more difficult to land glacials, it's much more difficult to actually shatter combo someone when 100% of mages damage is casted. So when all of your damage is casted and you don't have those ice flows to make you cast while moving, it's very difficult to get the cast off. But in addition, Frostbolt was actually nerfed as well. So Frostbolt damage was nerfed when pretty much every other class in the game had a damage increase. Frostbolt had a damage nerf. Glacial Spike had a damage buff, but since Frostbolts, Glacial Spike is comprised of Frostbolts, when Frostbolts get nerfed, Glacial Spike is essentially nerfed as well. So Glacial Spike damage seems a little bit lower, about the same, maybe a little bit lower. Frostbolt damage seems lower. Flurry damage seems about the same to me, maybe a little bit higher, and Ebonbolt damage does feel better, but Ebonbolt's on a 45-second cooldown, and like a 45-second cooldown that's casted, if it's slightly better, doesn't do much. So yeah, can't cast while moving, Frostbolts are weaker, and Glacial Spikes are weaker the same, and then at the same time, every other class is stronger. That's why Frost Mages right now feel absolutely terrible. I've tried them on the current patch, and like it's so hard to make it work. Like I don't know if I could get rank 1 if nothing changes with Frost. It's pretty bad. I could probably get Gladiator, just messing around with like a Destro comp, and the Destro can carry pretty hard because Destro's pretty much freaking solo things at this point. But if I'm gonna play other comps, it's gonna be very, very difficult. But I'm still gonna try to make it work. Frost is still my baby spec. I love Frost so much, so even though it sucks, I'll still be playing it. I'll still be maybe messing around with some Arcane. I get a lot of people in the comments asking if I'm gonna play Fire. I don't think so. The only time I think I would play Fire is if season's about to end. The only way I can push rank 1 is if I play Fire. And Frost and Arcane are just clearly not good enough, then I might play Fire just to get rank 1, and then not play it after it. The thing is, I don't enjoy Fire, so I don't want to play it for an extended period of time. I don't want to like spam hundreds of hours of Fire when I don't enjoy it that much. So yeah, that's kind of where it is. And then even then, I don't know if I would do that. I might just get Gladiator as Frost or something like that, and not actually play a spec that I don't enjoy too much. So hopefully that answers that. And then as far as the viability of other mage specs like Arcane, Arcane isn't terrible right now. It does a lot of burst. The problem is the consistent pressure. Once your like insane one-shot is over, you don't have much oomph, you don't have much, damage. Like if you cast Arcane Blast, like 5 times in a row, you're at 4 Arcane Orbs. If you Arcane Blast, Barrage, Arcane Blast, Barrage, it's not that much damage. You're not really gonna, scare anyone off. And the way that a lot of at least Destro Mage plays or God Comp plays, is that you keep people on their back foot. Every time they poke out of the pillar, you hit them so hard that they have to run back to the pillar, and then you kind of create pressure that way through damage. And now that Frost Mages don't damage, you can't really do that, which means the whole comp just crumbles. So yeah, that's kind of where Frost is in right now. So what does Frost need? I mean, it could use a bunch of different things, but I think the main thing that it would need is a damage buff somewhere. Maybe keep Glacial Spike the same by nerfing Glacial Spike and buffing Frostbolt. Maybe remove Glacial Spike and buff the shit out of Frostbolt and Ice Nova, and maybe give us a Range Nova. That would be cool. I don't know. Basically, what Mage needs is a lot of damage, and you can put it anywhere you want, and people, might be happy with one change or another. Maybe people would enjoy the Ice Lance spec with huge Ice Lance buffs. By the way, I have also tried the Ice Lance spec. It doesn't seem very good. I'm definitely going to be doing more testing, but from what I've seen, the Ice Lance spec just doesn't do nearly enough damage. The 40% proc increase is multiplicative, not additive, so it's not like you're adding 40% chance, it's 40% increased chance from what you already had. So if you had, 20% chance, it's just an increased 40% increase on the 20%, if that makes sense. So it's not actually 40%. Or else you'd be getting like an Ice Lance every second Frostbolt, which would actually be pretty good. But anyways, they just need a damage buff. Wherever you want to put it, however you want to change it, there's a million different ways you can make Mage good or fun right now. But I think overall they just need a damage buff. Anyway, this was a game that I was playing pre-patch with Thugonomics on his Demon Hunter. A funny little name there. And we fought this LSD, which was so hard, or LSP, I guess I should say, which was so hard. But we actually had a really fun game against them. That's why I wanted to post these games. Pre-patch Mage, so much fun. And yeah, you just need some more damage somewhere. But anyways, guys, if you like this video, like this little analysis, give it a thumbs up. Thumbs down the video if you didn't like it. Let me know in the comments what you guys want to see for next time. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.